2-1 win to round off the season. How do you take that result today?
Yeah, look, really positive. I think the way we've ended the season shows, how much growth and improvement there's been in the squad. I'm very, on today's performance, very proud of the way the boys ground out at the end of the season. I mean, I know in some ways there's not much to play for, but in our context as a group, there's a lot to play for, and that's each other and guys coming off contract and different, parts that we spoke about. So, very proud of my players and staff to be able to cultivate that energy and that environment that they go out there and put a performance like that. Albeit for maybe 65, 70 minutes. I think by the time we got in front, we almost stopped playing the way we play. So, but I can understand that from the playing group just with the season that we've had.
Obviously, one more fixture until the season properly wraps up. So how do you approach that, and are you already planning for next season?
Yeah, again, look, in terms of planning for next season, I keep saying it, but I have to ask Zach Anderson that question. What I've been able to do through the turmoil this year is, develop a lot of players, try and produce some saleable assets for the club. We're going to have, a couple of sales that are going to bring, money through the door, which is definitely needed. So yeah, in terms of next season, mate, that's the unknown.
Obviously, you wrapped up with your kind of best form in the last 4 games. What do you put that down to?
Time, time with players. I think when I came to the club as an assistant coach to Ben Khan, and then he departed, short after. I think he was the 5th coach within 12 months, and I was the 6th. So there's a lot of problems at the club, and the club was in disarray in a lot of ways. Something I spoke about at the start was trying to bring some stability, to the club. But then obviously the budget cuts at the start of pre-season that have been well documented really hurt our chances this season, let's say, and we're very severely under-resourced in a lot of ways. So it's taken time to then go and develop players and try and, create an environment. And I'm extremely proud of what we've been able to achieve. And I think the turnaround in form that you speak of comes with not only time to actually implement a way of playing that's to be an on-the-ball team, and it's quite a complex model that it doesn't come to life so easy, but also additions. We lost Henry Hoare, who was our leading goal scorer and leading assists and leading goal involvements last year, to save a small amount of money. Having him come back in the January window, being able to develop a Tommy Waddingham and get him scoring at the level, and then sell him meant that I was able to bring in a number 9. I think the recruitment of Abu has been a good one, top player, top person, and given our team a focal point and someone who can bring others into play. Has changed the fortunes of this team. But the growth of the young ones doesn't come easy. It comes through a lot of hard work. So I'm extremely proud of my staff for what they've done with these young players.
Obviously, it's very fresh. Literally just wrapped up. But how do you think you reflect on this season overall?
It's been enjoyable. I said it before the game to my playing group. It's been one of the most enjoyable seasons of my coaching career, and it's due to the context of the adversity we've had to face. I've never seen, I've been in football a long time, but to give you some context, my video analyst at the moment is a manager at a pizza restaurant. He doesn't get paid by the club. I've got no S&C, but my kit man does a good job of GPS reports. We don't have a gym at our training ground. The things that we're without, the list is so long. What I'm proud of is that we've been able to park a few of the things that we can't control and focus on what we can control. And I feel like we've been able to, not only demonstrate that there's a lot of growth playing this way and with this environment, we've able to bring in some money into the club with the sale of Thomas Waddingham and the pending sale of Lucas Harrington, which is a big sale. So those funds hopefully keep the lights on for this club. We've been able to sit down and give the management and owners a real clear direction of that they need to reinvest into their academy and their infrastructure, and try and make the club more sustainable, and giving them a business model and a football model that can hopefully mean that the club's not in this position again. And there's a lot of things I'm proud of, but the quality and the environment of my players and the way that they stick together and have banded together through the adversity, that makes me more proud than anything. Thanks, mate. Cheers.